Akiva Eldar is a political analyst and columnist at Haaretz. You're joining us from Tel Aviv. Thank you for your time. We're going to want to draw the lessons from this poll, but I assume one of the early lessons is that numbers like this are precisely the reason why Netanyahu and his coalition have no intention and no interest in calling a new election.
Exactly. And actually, if you want to find what is the secret, what is the advantage that Benny Gantz has over Netanyahu, is that he is not Netanyahu. But other than this, he doesn't offer any answers to the big questions, to, for instance, the exit strategy. Is he offering anything different than Netanyahu on the captives? 4.5 months after what happened to us in October 7th, the captives are still in Gaza. Does he agree to the two-state solution? We don't know. Actually, if there were elections today, which, as you correctly said, there is no incentive for Netanyahu and the Likud to do this. But if there were today, I'm not sure if most of the people who said that they would support him would really, in the balloting station, they would put the Gantz party, the national camp, in the balloting stations. It seems, according to the pollsters, that people are kind of provisionally parking in his camp. But when push comes to shove, and they will have to make a decision, the Likud is a very strong label. Netanyahu is a liability, but the Likud is, after all, people, it's like a football team. They feel that this is their home. And many of them are lying to the pollsters or lying to themselves.
Okay, that's interesting what you're saying, that it's one thing for people to tell pollsters over the phone when they get asked that, yes, perhaps they would vote for Gantz, but you're saying in reality, maybe the polls are overestimating this, and when push comes to shove, they might stay with their team, as you call it, the Likud. What do these numbers tell us about the far right? Because on the one hand, you have, according to this poll, Ben Gvir gaining seats, and on the other, you have Smotrich losing seats, actually, such that he wouldn't even be in the Knesset.
Yeah, but actually, the Likud is not very different today. The radical right of the Likud, and there is such a thing as a radical right also in the Likud, is not very different. If you look, and Tuesday, we are going to vote in the municipal elections. In Tel Aviv, the Likud has merged with Ben Gvir's party. So I think that the Israeli public is moving to the right and to the radical right. The other poll is showing that 63% of the Israeli Jews are not even willing to consider a Palestinian state or the two-state solution. The majority, 55% of the Israelis, would rather see the government cracking down on Hamas and the complete victory, as Netanyahu has promised, without getting back the captives. This is amazing. And they feel very comfortable with telling us that they support Gantz because they blame Netanyahu for what happened in October 7th. And many of them are still busy with the reform, the judiciary coup d'etat or revolution that kept us very busy until October 7th.
Okay, Akiva, I want to jump in because there's something else I want to ask you about, which is not related to those polls. I want to play you a bit of U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken's speech that he just made. He says Israel's plan to expand illegal settlements in the occupied West Bank was against international law. Listen to this.